Hello, my Aries friends. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for our New Year's 2025 spread. I really appreciate you guys for being here. As you can tell, I've pre-popped these for your convenience, darling. We're working with the Oshas and Tarot here for our initial spread. We're then going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot Royale, and please stick around for your advice for 2025, which we'll be getting from the Moonology deck and the Earth Magic Oracle. All right, guys. So do keep in mind, these are projected energies. Obviously, we're working with a big collective of Aries energies, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, right? So not every single thing is going to resonate, right? Do only take what fits for you and your life and leave the rest behind, as you always hear. It says for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Did I already say that? Yes, I believe it did. Okay. You, the fool. Aries. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me feel this out for a minute here. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing a huge contrast of energies between your fire, my love, your fire, and this earth energy that wants to come in. Okay, so we have guidance here. The main theme for 2025, guidance. This is the Three of Pentacles. I feel it does have to do with the connection from others, right? But with guidance, it's about guiding others on a spiritual level, not only on a physical level, but also allowing them to guide you, Aries. So I feel like a theme of breaking down a wall or allowing some form of guidance to come in 2025 for you, love. We are the world, which is the 10 of Pentacles here. These are your departing, if I could pick it up. There we go. These are your departing energies from 2024. 10 of Pentacles here. For some of you, you may be transmuting your legacy or changing your legacy in some way. This could be a break off from a family name. For some, you're getting married, you're changing your last name in 2025. Or it could be just breaking away and finding a new identity, a new name, a new source of income for some. But it has something to do with the family or the bond that we hold with each other. This is a departing energy, and with the 10, and it does have like a world sort of feel to it, right? With the depiction here. It almost feels like a cap off, right? Okay, talents that you'll be expressing here in this new year, we have breakthrough and ordinariness. Interesting. Ordinariness is the Eight of Pentacles. Here, you see all these pentacles, you have a lot of earth energy. I feel this contrast between wanting to go and wanting to stay, or like needing to go, or feeling like we want to, maybe an antsiness in 2025, but there's like a grounding. There's something that's keeping you grounded, maybe someone for some. Okay, but there's like this needing to stay grounded, I want to say. And we have breakthrough, which is justice, card of Libra in the tarot. Now, these are the talents that you're going to be expressing here, Aries. Don't worry, we're going to be getting clarifiers for all of these, by the way, again with our Gilded Tarot Royale. But breakthrough, it's very personal. I feel like you're going to be breaking through the ordinariness of your routine. That's very obvious here, day-to-day tasks and what you put your efforts into here, Aries. But there's something about showing how you've grown, showing that you can be stable, you can follow a routine, you can be committed. There's like a spiritual growth here as well that you are going to be working on and hopefully achieving beautiful things from that in 2025. Future opportunities here, love, we have experiencing with the Three of Wands, your fire, right? Fire, and earth, fire and earth. They are opposing energies. It almost feels like a tug and a pull, I gotta be honest. Some things need to go in 2025 and others need to stay. We have experiencing. You will have future opportunities here to experience the world. I feel maybe there is like this antsiness to want to get out, to travel, to change certain things about maybe your day to day or about your maybe even money flow or something about your routine. And I want to say you will have an opportunity to do that here, Aries. You will. It's very important that you hold faith in that. Okay, you have a lot of possibilities here. Upcoming obstacles for 2025, we do have abundance in reverse. Now, this is interesting to me because he is the King of Pentacles in the Oshzen Tarot, but I often think of abundance as the Empress. Now, the King of Pentacles is a very rooted, stable, committed, predictable, reliable individual. Your upcoming obstacles here, I feel you're going to have to maybe overcome this pull to want to go elsewhere or to seek something beyond or to seek something more. I really do feel like there's an antsiness here. Now, for some of you, there's also like a lack of money flow or a lack of abundance itself, or something isn't growing. I feel maybe you as a person, you can stifle your own growth here, Aries, and cause your own obstacles as well by focusing maybe too much on the material realm and not enough on the spiritual. Maybe too much on the monotony of the fact that we have to go to work, we have to do these tasks. Yes, we want to go to the beach. Yes, we want to do fun things and experience life, and that is what life is about, but we do have obligations. And I feel like there's something here that needs to be noticed about that or accepted about that. Fun can be worked into the routine, though. Don't get me wrong. We have possibilities here, Aries. There's like an openness here. This is how you deal with this upcoming obstacle. King of Pentacles in reverse, abundance in reverse for 2025. This is an obstacle. I do feel like it's more a mindset than anything here, Aries. You feel limited, but you may be focused on the wrong thing here. But that only means here how to overcome this obstacle is an openness to new possibilities, an openness to a different potential way of thinking, right? We have the Fool here, how to achieve your goals and dreams. Aries, this is you. Going back to basics, starting over from scratch. Some of you are starting over from scratch with a new name, a whole new legacy, a new um, motive, business. For some of you, you may have moved in 2024 or will be making a huge move in 2025 or some major change here. And I feel that how you achieve your ultimate goals and dreams is to have faith in the change, have faith in the process. All right, so let's get our clarifiers out here, love. Ooh, so wow, Aries, this is going to be a great year for you. I feel a lot of growth. I feel a lot of expansion if you are open to noticing it and open to committing yourself to it. Also making room for it. Thank you, Spirit. Let's dig deeper, darling. Let me clarify. So my Aries. Aries. Main theme for 2025, we have guidance. Tell me more about guidance, please, Spirit. I really do feel accepting guidance from others, having faith also in those around you to help provide. Now, for some, okay, hold on, getting a download. Hold on. This is a person for some of you with your obstacles. This could be someone withholding energy, withholding time, money, or trying to create some sort of like holding something over your head. Thank you, Spirit. For some of you, that is an obstacle of a person. Okay, let's get a couple more shuffles here. Tell me more, please, Spirit, about abundance. Or I'm sorry, about guidance. The moon theme for my Aries for 2025. Tell me more, please, Spirit, about guidance. Aries theme for 2025. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is anxiety, sleepless nights. For some of you, you will worry about others around you. You will worry about what you're creating, what you're building with them. You may also be needing to stay alert to the kind of guidance that you're receiving. Yes, because I feel like you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. There's something about penetrating too. Somebody or something is trying to penetrate you. Whoop. Let's see what just flew out here. We have the Fool here, Aries U in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and Ten of Pentacles that wanted to be seen. Now, guidance, I really do feel like it's accepting what others are telling you. And it may weigh on your shoulders a little bit, but I feel that it's because there's a resistance to accepting somebody's guidance. Or maybe you're worried about working with others. For some of you, you'll start a new job. You may be worried here in the new year about your coworkers, about the new, right? The adventure itself. Even though I feel like here, Aries, part of you is craving a new adventure. I feel like part of you is craving breaking free of the monotony. Death card in reverse. Interesting. Scorpionic energy. Death card here. Death card is a cycle. It's the end of something and the rebirth of a new. Rebirth here and death. You're at a crossroads this year in 2025. Do we anchor in to some new solidification of faith, some new form of identity? Do we anchor in here um into and we sink into maybe our responsibilities a little more, Aries, instead of this like enthralling, like get up and go, go, go sort of energy? I feel that I feel that there's a time and a place for that. Thank you, Spirit. There's a time and a place for that. But here, your main theme is transmuting energies. It's allowing the old to fade away. Old guidance that doesn't work, that doesn't feel good, don't let that sink to your subconscious. Don't allow it to keep you up at night. That is so hard to say, but you have something to give back as well. This is a new if you let it be a new, right? We got to allow it to be a new year. With your departing energies here from the previous year, 2024, we are the world. There's a connection here. Something could be coming to an end. This is the Ten of Pentacles. So I really feel like it has something to do with home, family legacy. Something is changing for you this year. And I feel like we have to allow the change. You have scorpionic energy here twice with the death card, two majors. And we have the tower here in reverse. It just popped out. Maybe for some of you, you've been reluctant to pull away from the family line, pull away from the last name, from the legacy. Maybe you've been reluctant to cut ties with family or reluctant to cut ties with that job. But I feel like here, Aries, there's a breakthrough for you where you will know in 2024, or sorry, in 2025, what needs to go. And it's a theme that's been carried on from 2024, this year. Something that wasn't stable. If it feels like now it's time to recognize, it feels like it's time to allow the, I almost want to say, allow the bad news to set in and accept it, or allow yourself to find the courage to deliver bad news, like to tear down the tower in some way. You know what I mean? Where things need to change and you know they need to change. Or coming in 2025, you will know where they need to change. Right? Talents you will express in 2025. We have breakthrough and we have ordinariness. So I really feel like your personal expression, the vibrance of you this like fire within you, Aries, that like wants to burst free. It may want to come out on a physical level of wanting to get away, wanting to travel, wanting to change so much about yourself, your identity, or your environment. But for some of you, that may not be necessary. For some of you, it may just be more of a stop holding your personal fire back and really be okay with expressing yourself and your true nature of who you are and solidify yourself in that. For others of you, with this breaking free of this old, I feel you will be surprising people this year with what you're capable of, with your growth, with your maturity, with your stability, with what you're able to accomplish when you put your mind to it, Aries. Where some people may think that you're a little more impulsive, and not that you can't be, right? That is one of our shadows here, Aries, and we got to accept our shadows for what they are. Maybe you are a little impulsive or a little bit steadfast, a little, um, you barrel through any obstacle, maybe a little bit too fiercely without thinking it through first. But it's this fiery, I want to break through the monotony, or I want to break through. I feel that you just being you this year is enough. It shows enough. And actually, you being more predictable in the fact that I'm stable, I'm here when I said I was going to be, I'm doing the things that y'all weren't expecting me to do. Y'all want to look down on me and think that I'm some type of way. But there's things about you here, Aries. You're able to work with people. You're able to show them a side of you here in 2024, or so 2025 coming ahead that they didn't see in 2024, or they didn't expect was possible of you. I like that for you, Aries. I like that for you. Does feel like a kind of a glow up sort of energy as well. It has a tinge to it. If you allow, it could also be an obstacle that we get caught up here in what others expect, in the lack of faith, the transmutation process. Maybe we want to hold on. Maybe we cause ourselves a little bit um, more of a sluggish. Maybe we slow ourselves down a little here, Aries, right? It is a choice. How you deal with your upcoming obstacles is there's possibilities here, and you have a choice. Ooh, I'm talking too much. Let's go back to them talents of yours, darling. You're also about to break through that monotony. I do feel like that's a grand desire of yours. I do feel this pull and tug. We have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. We have officially a couple with the King and the Queen reverse. Now, for some of you, this transmutation, this ending of a legacy, this change of a name, this change of an identity, for potentially there's a divorce here for you in 2025. I feel if that's the case, you are already aware. All right, so that's not like for anyone who's unaware of this energy coming in. There could be a breakup of you and a committed person. There could be a breakup here. No longer giving something effort. Patience. Thank you, Spirit. Hearing patience, patience, patience. Patience is huge for you, love. Because it's very easy for us to get overwhelmed with feeling this year, in 2025, Aries. Overwhelmed in feeling and get tossed off of the goal, which really how you achieve your goals is to stop worrying about the goals. Because I feel like you're creating in 2025, or you have been maybe this pull and this tug. And maybe also some of you afraid to make the commitment of pulling away from a legacy or a name or some job or something of that nature. Maybe afraid to take the final steps of transmuting and letting things die so that we can have a full fledged rebirth, restart, clean slate. You feel me? Okay. Future opportunities you have experiencing here. So let's not get overwhelmed with emotion of what we think we can't have or we think we don't have. Maybe some are, maybe you're leaning into, or you have in the past leaned into what others have told you, right? You can accept other people's guidance or you don't have to, their truth doesn't have to be your truth. And just because they say something of you, Aries, right, doesn't make it true. You know you better than anybody. So there's no reason to get overwhelmed with emotion. You can just prove them wrong if you choose to by breaking out of the patterns that are keeping, maybe you're too focused on material possessions. Maybe you're too focused on this antsiness of wanting to go, 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 go. And having to stay. Oh, I have to stay. Oh, I have to deal with this person. I have to stay in this job. I have to keep this last name. I have to. No, 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 no. The experiences will come, right? The future opportunity is the expansion. But if you get overwhelmed with emotion or you find yourself over obligated or you're focusing more on the obligation and the monotony of it, you won't like see the fact that this is coming. Like you won't this is also like a feeling of living in the moment, Aries. Enjoying each moment as it comes with experiencing. These are your future opportunities, the things you have to look forward to, the travel, the expansion. Experiencing also with guidance. Thank you, Spirit. It's like passing on the knowledge that you know from the experience that you've learned and vice versa. Oh my gosh. We have Justice in reverse now. Three of Swords, Love, and the Queen of Wands reverse. I'm actually hearing don't take these because it's just a possibility. Don't take them because it's just a possibility. It's a focus. It's a focus. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Wands, this is you for me, Aries. But when she's in the reverse, she's very mad, angry, impatient. There's something here about focusing on the wrong thing, creating our own karma here, not feeling confident enough in our own way. I get one, just one for these future opportunities. Tell me more. Thank you, Spirit, about experiencing. There is something here about leaning more into the hurt of it, there's with all these queens, it's internal, Aries, right? So we have all the queens in reverse that I've seen. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and that Queen of Wands. So there's something here has got you irritated. Now can we get out of that? Can we break out of that? Right? There's something about like internal frustration, irritation. Could be about money flow, but again, I feel like it's you're focusing on the wrong thing. You should be maybe focusing on the passion and the creation of something that has beautiful emotion attached to it rather than this like dreadful emotion is what it feels like. Yeah. Five of Swords. Jeepers. There's an overthinking here. With the Five of Swords, this is all mental. You're creating your own battle in 2025 that you have a choice to not adhere to, darling. There's also, thank you, Spirit. There's also a thing here for some of you where guidance, internal guidance versus the guidance of the outside 3D external world. Listen to your internal guidance system rather than the external of the world. There's something about allowing the external world to penetrate your consciousness or something you might be overthinking in 2025. So just be aware of it. There's a higher level guidance that wants to come in here, baby. Get you out of your head and get you focused on opportunity and faith and love, which will create stability, partnership, commitment, and abundance. But upcoming obstacles, if we're focused on the wrong thing, We can very easily send ourselves down a wrong path or send ourselves back into the same old fucking cycles, man. We don't want to do that. Nah, 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 nah. 2025 is about the energy of the number nine. It's about completions. It's about moving on. It's about capping off that last bit of understanding that we need before everything changes. So there's a level of acceptance here, Aries, for the change that wants to come through for you, love. Okay, okay, okay. Let's clarify here. Abundance in reverse, new pentacles in reverse for my Aries, upcoming obstacles for 2025. Two of Cups. Remember I was saying, okay, yep, download, download. For some of you, this is a person. For some of you, this is a person, a partnership here. This is soulmate energy. This is seeing eye to eye, getting along, but with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Very fascinating. So for some of you, this is another person, not necessarily the energy of abundance, although it can go either way, okay? So, okay, I heard both. So for some of you, it's both. The focus on a partnership or how somebody may be withholding something from you. There may also be here um, the energy of a rekindling or a reconnection with this Two of Cups. No, 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 no. Thank you, Spirit. It's more of a mutual understanding. Yes. Thank you. It's not necessarily a reconnection or getting back together. It's an understanding that we may have to transmute some energies and split some things off, but this is a mutual understanding. The upcoming the upcoming obstacle may have to do with getting on the same page with somebody, gaining a mutual understanding of what is necessary. In a breakup, a split, or a resolidification of self here, Aries, if it's an event, okay? Whew, endless possibilities. How to deal with these upcoming obstacles, baby. We got possibilities. This is the Two of Wands. You got the two and the three. There's an energy of possibility and expansion here. There's definitely a need to hold faith when working with others, whether it's family members, co-workers. And I feel like take everything for that others say around you and how they try to guide you with a grain of salt. Also have no fear to give your own guidance, right? Into your partnerships. But let's keep going here, love. Endless possibilities. This is how you deal with these upcoming obstacles. Twos, right? There's a there's decisions, there's forward movements, there's partnerships, but there's a need for balance here. There's a need for balance in the upcoming year for 2025, Aries. Okay, tell me more of these spirits, angels, guides. Overcoming these upcoming obstacles, the Hierophant. New commitments, interesting commitments. The Hierophant. There's a lot of spiritual growth that's coming for you, Aries. This is Taurus energy, a lot of knowledge. The eagle, darling. The eagle, there's a lot to learn. Knowledge is coming to you. The eagle's a very wise uh, entity. The eagle sees, they're so high up in the air, they see these beautiful granular possibilities. There's a lot of possibility here. There's a lot of open space. The Hierophant has to do with commitment, spirituality. He's a man of God. This also speaks to study. And for some of you, with this endings, right? Endings and new beginnings, this breakup, this split, this going elsewhere, new commitments coming in. But I also feel a resolidification of self, commitment to self. Oh, thank you, Spirit. It's definitely spiritual expansion. This year has a very huge level of spiritual expansion, and I feel lean into your spirituality, lean into your faith, gaining faith through experience. But again, there's this earth to fire ratio. There's a lot of emotion. Don't get me wrong. I see a lot of emotion. Seeing a lot of Scorpio energy here as well. But with this earth fire, I feel this polarity. Make sure that we can't get on the same page for those of you who may be going through divorce. Others of you, you know you have to break off. You both know you have to break off, but it brings new commitments. It brings a new level of understanding. I'm feeling the vastness. I'm feeling the vastness in the Hierophant. There's a lot to learn from what's going to happen in 2025 for you, Aries. It's going to be a big year. It's really important that you hold faith and have no fear. Whatever breaks down, whatever transmutes, whatever uh, death and rebirth needs to occur, whether it's just within you, love, or it has to do with a collective of people or one individual in particular, maybe family members, right? It's very important that you hold faith in the process, and have no fear. What needs to go, and what will stay will stay. We're here looking into how to achieve your goals and dreams. With the Fool, we have the Hanging Man. Whoa, look at the contrast. Go versus stay. Holy shit. I'm also getting with this perspective of the Piscean energy here, there, the Hangman. I'm sorry, I'm getting overwhelmed here. The perspectives energy. Are we going to be stuck in old perspectives and old ways, or are we going to allow the open-endedness? Are we going to allow the transmutation, the change with the five of what we think? Are we going to go? Or are we going to stay? Are we going to stay in our old ways, our old habits, or are we going to allow the new to penetrate here? It's interesting. We very much have this successional growth with this breakthrough, the Hanging Man. We go from Justice to the Hanging Man. They're in succession in the tarot, right? There's something here, and we go from the two to the three. Go from the two to the three. You know what I mean? There's a lot of twos and threes. We have a lot of succession of growth. So it is going to be very slow and steady. But there is a growth that is coming. Could be a painful experience, right? Some painful experiences, but growth this year. Working with others if you choose, only for those that you deem worthy. And don't worry about the rest. The rest that need to go, we need to have faith that letting them go will change things. Seeing things differently now, love, it's very important we have this spiritual upgrade, this glow up, so that we can see things differently now. This is very much a stuck in old perspectives, hanging ourselves in old ways, old mindsets, old habits, old forums, in old partnerships, tied to old things that don't bring the legacy that we desire. Right? This comes right. This is the persecution, right? We hang ourselves up thinking and rethinking and overthinking what we learned from the Justice card. And the Justice card is about karmic energy. It's about rebalancing. We definitely need to gain a balance here. And I feel it's also having to do with faith, a restarting of what you thought you knew. Definite glow up this year, baby. Have ebb and flow as we start here for our advice portion. Whew. Aries, this is all about cycles ending, relationships ending, identities ending, transmuting. It's very important we have faith and go forward. Don't get hung up in what you thought you knew, because I feel like you're about to learn some new things. You're about to learn something completely different. You're entering a whole new phase. Whether it's a catalyst point of a divorce, marriage wise, whether that's divorce of family or a name, a last name, um, a divorce of your involvement with some form of legacy or your reliance on some form of goal or status of money, whatever this is for you, Aries, you are breaking from the old and you're going to be hitting a point where the way you see things changes. Commitments change. There's a glow up of your soul here, if you allow, in 2024. And it might feel a little ugh, uneasy or scary or stressful, but try to focus on the right things. For some of you, it's a mutual understanding that things have to end, which kind of makes it easier if we're focused on the right thing. All right. Advice. Advice for my Aries. I hope I'm not talking too long, loves. Either way, if you're enjoying this video, if it's helping you at all, please give me a like. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. If you feel guided, I greatly appreciate any bit of support. Thank you so much, Aries. Dance, celebration. I saw this go by and I felt it tugging on me. And here it is. Dance, celebration. There are so many beautiful things coming for you in 2025, but it is definitely a focus. A focus. What are you going to focus on? You have a choice, a focus option. You have a focus option here. For some of you, just breaking away, just departing energies from last year brings this opening. And just that alone should be like noted or celebrated or like enjoyed in some way. Whew. Oh, I feel like you can make it worse for yourself or you can make it better, Aries. We always have a choice. Energies for Aries advice for 2025. Advice. There is a lot of celebration happening for you. I do feel like a whole new you, a whole new clean slate, a whole new identity in some sort of way. Try not to get ahead of yourself with this like pull tug. Yeah, you feel me? Yes. Thank you. Advice for Aries for 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Advice for you, Aries. We have true. Shut up. Look at this, you guys. I gotta say, look at this tree grounding, which obviously earth energy. You have a lot of earth here and new beginnings. For some of you, it's about uprooting something. It's about uprooting something, transmuting something, allowing something to die. I feel like again, it's like a tree. It has something to do with your legacy, your home, your family. It's you need to uproot in some way, and you can very easily decide, no, I don't want to do that, and stop yourself. But there's also like, don't get ahead of yourself. It's not that we don't need a little grounding. Some of you want to maybe start a new beginning before you need to. It's definitely a process. Things have to unfold naturally. I also feel like some of you may be worried about celebrating too soon. Like there's like a maybe worry about if I celebrate too soon, I'll get knocked down a peg or I'll get moved or I'll get something will change. I'll get swept away. I'll get knocked off my kilter. Something about getting knocked off your roots or knocked off your grounding, but there's definitely an uprooting. I feel like you don't need to worry, Aries. I feel like you may be in 2025 overthinking things. You feel me? I also want to say just because things are grounded doesn't mean they're boring. So for whoever needs to hear that, just because you're grounded in a routine doesn't mean things are boring and there's no experiencing, no fun to be had. Gosh, a lot of messages coming out for you, Aries. Let's get one more from our Earth Magic here for you, loves. Thank you so much. We have winter solstice reflection as our underlined energy. Winter is very much about the pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. There's this contrastal energy, the fire versus the pentacles. Fire, spring, pentacles is earth. There's something about needing to plant seeds, realizing what we need to plant seeds in Aries, right? And planting seeds for the future before we spring ahead. Okay. All right. We have mountain strength. Again, being in a routine or being grounded in some way or being reliable, being strong, being in a routine, in a schedule is not a bad thing. I feel it's about how you're looking at it. Now, you're going to know if this is true for you or not, but I'm just giving this essence that for some of you, even though a divorce is on the table, doesn't necessarily mean that for all of you that is needed. You're going to know if that's truly needed. For others of you, you're not necessarily always unhappy with your spouse. It's fair, or it's rare, or it comes, but maybe that spark isn't there. Maybe that drive, that we don't have that passion anymore. For some of you, it's just about bringing back that passion rather than it's about transmuting that energy rather than breaking off that relationship, right? That's not going to be true for everybody. You'll know if that's true for you. Sometimes we get these like gung ho feelings, these hairs up our asses, and we're like, I just want something new, or I just want to, you know, and that's not always grounded in reality, Aries. Sometimes that's a fleeting moment, and it's not worth sacrificing what was stable. If it was stable, again, that's on you. Will you know, right? But coming here in the 2025 new year, grounding, strength, and celebration. You can be both grounded and solid and predictable and still have so much fun and be you, Aries. You can still be impulsive and be grounded, you know? Like you can go to work and then afterward, you just all of a sudden get a wild hair up your butt. You're going to go do something cool, you know? Yeah. I heard strength of character. So recognizing the strength of character, maybe your strength of character or someone else's. Excuse me, Aries this year. Okay, let's get you a few from our Moonology deck. Advice for Aries for 2025 for the upcoming new year, please. And then we will wrap it up here, Aries. Can we just say, what advice can we give for 2025? What do you need to release? Waning moon in reverse. So that reluctance or that need to release something and a potential reluctance to do so. Have faith. Again, have faith. Things are changing with the waning moon for 2025. Theme of change. Theme of will you work with others? Who will you work with? I can't help but notice we got Taurus here at the bottom of the deck. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon. Transmutation. How are we going to view these things as well? If we seek prosperity in the physical world, too much emphasis on that creates us being overly emotional and over controlling, and we don't go with the flow enough. We cause resistance for ourselves, thus pushing the prosperity out of our reality like a bull or like a ram, Aries, right? Like you, darling. So something about not pushing so hard whether that's pushing away or like getting, gosh, pushing away or just this gung ho to get out or go away. You're gonna know if these messages are for you and what side of the coin you fit on. But what do you need to release? Is it a person? Is it a name? Is it a mindset? Is it a legacy? Whatever it is, it needs to go, darling. Things will be changing for you, and I feel like it will bring you a glow up in your spirituality. Um, but the best way to make it the easiest that you can is just to not resist and have faith in the process. I love it when spirit does that. I said, have faith in the process, and here we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, being very drawn to the W's in the waxing and the waning. There's like a movement here, right? Things come, they go, they open, they close. There's a need to ride the wave and flow with it as it goes, as it comes. To not get rigid in perspective, to not hold ourselves up to some standard, right? Or train of thinking, and have faith, right? Literally. That has been such a theme here in this reading for you, Aries. Starting over, having faith in this new chapter of your life. You're turning the page. Well, we're all turning the page for a new year, but I feel like this is huge for you in some way. And it's literally about achieving your goals. And how to achieve your goals? Have faith. Achieving your dreams? Have faith in your dreams. Releasing and going with the flow. That's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. All right, and your last piece of advice here, love. End of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. It was at the bottom of the deck, excuse me, in reverse. Sorry, it was in reverse. This is the energy at the bottom of the deck. There we go. The end of a cycle approaches, but it's going to take a whole year. So it's a slow progression over the course of the entire year. With the Capricorn energy, I'm feeling get comfortable. Almost get comfortable with like an uncomfortable situation or get comfortable with the fact that things have to change here. Your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. Interesting. There's definitely a progression of events here for you, love. We have commitment on the table. Your commitment is being tested. Now, for some of you, that's commitment to a partnership. Others of you, it's a commitment to a name, a legacy, a home, a whatever, right? Um, a job, that kind of thing, something in the physical world. But I also feel like your commitment to self, I feel like there's this higher essence that wants to come through for you. It's about like this spiritual growth. Things are progressing, things are changing. Your commitment here is being tested. I feel like commitment to self, commitment to faith. Thank you, Spirit. Commitment to faith and commitment to self more than anything. Although this year, other commitments come into play as well. Ooh, there's more that wants to be said about this, Aries. For some of you, it's a direct commitment in the physical world with somebody. That's up to you. So for some of you, you've known that this needs to go. Like, it needs to go. So your commitment here is of self. Will you commit to self to do the higher level thing, to cut those ties, or to transmute that energy? Also, will you stand strong of mind to allow even a new perspective to come in? Now, that doesn't mean stay rigid, right? If anything, on the contrast rule, there is not to be rigid in one's beliefs, but to allow change of one's beliefs. The hugest themes for you, love, for 2025 working with others, allowing others to guide you if they're worthy. Spirit team, I heard spirit team, thank you. Also allowing your ancestors and your spirit team to guide you, Aries, while this huge transformation in your physical world takes place. It's going to be a huge glow up for you as a person, as a soul, on a spiritual level. But it's about riding the waves. It's about staying true and dedicated to self. It's about allowing change of beliefs and also balancing fun with commitments and obligations. Faith, faith, faith. The universe is changing things for a reason. And 2025 for you is going to be a huge year, I feel, to aid in your grounding and make you more like the mountain. Thank you, Spirit. Make you more like the mountain. Where others may have seen you as a flighty, impulsive, I feel that you're going to be grounding and solidifying in yourself, grounding and solidifying in you and your growth and your spiritual growth. And if you do this right, Aries, I feel like you're going to surprise everyone around you. And it might be hard for them to accept. Okay, baby. I hope that helps you, Aries. Um, all in all, best of luck for 2025. Beautiful things coming in for you, love. A lot of huge, wonderful growth, a lot of celebrations. I hope that this resonates for you. I hope that you enjoy your year. And until I see you next time, darlings, best of luck. Mwah. Take care. Peace, love, and light to you always, my Aries friends.